All right, hello everybody. We should be back live, and as per usual, we're back live with an Ask Me Anything, where you guys can ask me any questions about anything related to content creation or live streaming, and I'll be happy to answer them. And we're usually live for about 1 hour. Now, you guys know I like to start the stream just by providing a little bit of value, and there's so many videos on my channel, but I think one of the kind of underrated videos that I have fairly recently on my channel, and someone was asking about this in the last stream, is just using Tickfinity to make money. So if you look on my YouTube channel for the Earn More Money thumbnail, how to set up Tickfinity to make money on TikTok Live, and it's nothing groundbreaking, but there's just so many features on Tickfinity that sometimes it can feel overwhelming to kind of work out which features you should use. So I made that video, it's under 10 minutes, just have a watch through it. And there's just some suggestions like text-to-speech and other things on how you can incentivize people to become super fans and how you can incentivize people to send gifts on TikTok, which will ultimately make you more money. Nice and simple. So again, as per usual, we will be answering questions throughout the stream. And as per usual, I'm just going to start by making sure the stream is set up and live on all the different platforms. We're multi-streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and of course TikTok, as per usual. I might add X back in at some point. Again, with the great thing about Meld, I think you do with Atom as well, is you can add things while you're live. So I could theoretically throw in X if I wanted to, Twitter if you prefer to call it that. I think I wanted to successfully live. That's the usual echo. Sorry guys, that's a bug that's been on the TikTok Live producer for 4 years, maybe 5 years, that they haven't bothered fixing. If that's not TikTok in a nutshell, I don't know what is. So basically, I think I can show you guys. Basically, that bug. Let me just make sure I'm not doxing anything on the screen. Hold on, I'll just let Live Studio load. I'll show you guys. Okay. So this bug, I mean, pretty simply, you see this mute button here. You see how it's muted? It says it's muted, but when you open it up, when you open the tab after going live, it plays your stream audio, even though it says it's muted. So you have to click to unmute and then mute again. Again, that's just a bug. I'm almost certain that bug has existed for 4 years. It might have existed for 5 years, i.e. the whole duration that stream keys have existed on TikTok. Because I was one of the first people to get a stream key on TikTok, and as I recall, it was roughly September 2020, which is over 5 years ago now. So yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to boot up my stream on the other TikTok account, the Live Tutorials TikTok page, and I think it should be set up as it was last time, so I can more or less, just go live with it. Let me just double check that I can't add a virtual camera yet. I don't think I can. I think I need one more stream to add in a virtual camera, so we'll do a 25-minute stream. Yeah, we need one more stream. Validation may take up to 40 hours. Yeah, one more time, yeah. So we'll do a 25-minute stream, and then that will hopefully unlock the virtual camera for us. So that's looking good. Just go live. Let's see. Siri, set a 25-minute timer. So that will set a 25-minute timer. Hello, Josh. How's it going? Josh is saying welcome back. I remember there was a Josh who used to be in the Fortnite streams way back in the day, right? I don't really do Fortnite streams anymore. I just do the occasional stream just to talk about streaming and content creation. I still do content creation, but these days I have a channel, TikTok Live with Harry. I know I'm streaming on the old gaming channel, but these days I have a channel, TikTok Live with Harry, at Live Tutorials on TikTok. It's called TikTok Live with Harry on YouTube, where we just talk about, I show people how to set up the live stream, mainly on TikTok, but we are covering other platforms as well. Check that the notifications have gone out in my Discord. As I always tell you guys, if you guys want to talk to me whenever I'm not live, you guys can join me in my Discord server. Take a quick sip. No, I don't really go live regularly, Josh. Again, I always say like the kind of irony here is that I post videos about live streaming. I post videos about TikTok live streaming on YouTube. You can kind of see the irony. So even though I'm talking about live streaming and I'm talking about TikTok, I'm live streaming. I'm posting videos more than I'm live streaming, and I'm posting on YouTube about TikTok. There's kind of two different ironies going on there. I do post the same videos on TikTok, by the way. Yeah, what I find is that like my monthly view counts for these tutorials are pretty similar across both TikTok and YouTube. It's like marginally higher on TikTok. But yeah, it's it's pretty much fairly similar. Good evening, Harry. Hello, how's it going? I'm well. And start name YB Wills. I'm not sure if I've said your name wrong. I hope you're doing well. Maybe I'm just blind. I think this font in the Live Studio chat preview is slightly small. But maybe I can increase it. Let's see. So many settings on Live Studio now. Let's see, extended chat. I don't need that actually. Gifts, joins and likes. You know, I don't know if you can increase it. I don't see it. But you're watching from the Philippines. What time is it in the Philippines? Like 9 a.m. or something like that. I can't find the account. If you just click the link in my bio, Josh, it should have the most recent links. I think I'll check. I know it's not on the screen for you guys. I'll just check. What does the link in bio here have? Yeah, it does. If you click the TikTok link in the bio, the solo.2 link in the bio, and then if you just click, if you look at the top, it's got all the different social media channels, including the Kick and the Twitch and of course the TikTok and the YouTube. Again, it's the channel itself is you know, it's deliberately designed to target people searching. It's not like entertainment or anything, is it? Cloudflare outage sent people crazy. Yeah, I was actually asleep when it happened because I woke up really late in the UK. But I saw it on social media for sure. Did it affect TikTok? It probably didn't affect TikTok, right? But it affected like Twitter /X. And I'm sure it affected many other places as well. A lot of outages recently. Amazon East North America, whatever it's called, went down as well, didn't it? Within the last what was it, like month or so? It wasn't that long ago when it went down anyway, was it? Tickfinity? Oh, did Tickfinity go down? Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I mean Tickfinity. From what I saw talking to the Tickfinity owner, people used to sometimes DDoS Tickfinity. Tickfinity definitely needed Cloudflare. It had it for good reason. I don't know why. Like, people are crazy. Like, why do people think DDoS attacks even work in 2025? But yeah, people try to attack Tickfinity sometimes. I started watching at 14 now in uni. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Time flies, eh, Josh? What are you studying at uni? Yeah, anyone who watched in 2020, it's like 5 years ago. That's when I started doing gaming streams. Don't know how much I rely on text-to-speech. Yeah. You know, again, what I do need to do at some point, I keep saying I'll do it, is just make a Tickfinity alternatives guide. And honestly, I still suggest Tickfinity, but like in situations like this where Cloudflare goes out, it's honestly probably useful just to have a backup. Although maybe all the backups are on Tickfinity as well. I think the two backups I would suggest right now would be Castlabs. I've not fully looked into what Castlabs has, but you can see right now this is Castlabs' chat, so it at least has chat. I think it has alerts as well. It seems to be able to see when gifts come through. It would be Castlabs and Ticktory, Ticktory. I think Ticktory is probably investing the most to take on Tickfinity. But same with Streamlabs and Stream Elements. They're like the market's big enough for, you know, multiple companies to succeed. I mean, I'm theoretically up late, Jared. Hello, but I mean, this is normal for me, Jared. I think you know that by now. Castlabs is great. It was hard using that in the beta, though. I don't know how long you've been using Castlabs for. It's works well for me. Again, I'm really only using the multi-stream chat overlay, which is here in landscape and it's here in vertical. I had a bit of an annoyance trying to set it up with Meld, the browser source. The browser source settings on Meld Studio are just a bit different to anywhere else. I eventually worked it out. There was like you had to unlock the browser resizing, something like that. What's the setting called? Yeah, browser size. I had to toggle off lock size, and then then set the fill mode to stretch, and then it would work properly. Yeah, it was a bit of a faff, but yeah. OJ, how's it going? And OJ is an OG, one of my mods from the Fortnite days. How old are you now, OJ? Everyone's getting old. Josh, I also did computer science. I actually dropped out in the end, but I still find the programming skills to be useful to this day. How are you finding computer science, Josh? For me, I just couldn't see myself doing it as a career really, and I just wasn't really enjoying it. So eventually, I just dropped out. But yeah, again, the programming skills have been useful. So if I show you guys, obviously, Josh, you probably remember this, and OJ. There's a lot of OGs, like I keep saying in the chat. If you guys remember, I had a channel named Rich YouTubers. I don't post it anymore, although I might be able to bring it back with AI. I can talk about that in a second. I'll just put it on the screen. If you guys remember this channel called Rich YouTubers, where we just estimated how much money people make, and you can see I got some of the shorts up to 12 million, 9 million, 5 million, 4 million, etc. Right? I know, nearly 100 million views total just on YouTube Shorts, 200,000 subscribers. But the point is, we're talking about computer science, and actually, I basically had a PHP script which would like pull the data. I would like type in a YouTuber's name, and it would pull the data on how much money they make. It would do a calculation, and then it would generate the script, right? So programming has been useful for me, like even though I don't do it as a job, right? It's still been very useful for me. Social Stream Ninja is a solid backup. Is that good for TikTok? I've not used Social Stream Ninja. I'll have to put that on my list. What type of stuff does Social Stream Ninja has? Yeah, we have 10 TikToks. Thank you for the 10 TikToks. Yes, it's great. Cool. I just popped out my chat. I need to change the transparency settings. Where are these where's the transparency settings? Floating window. You don't change the transparency here. 10 roses. Thank you for the 10 roses. It does all platforms. Cool. Yeah, I think some of the sites are reluctant to do all platforms because you have to use an unofficial API. But again, like clearly TikTok is fine. I think YB, I think you gifted as well because I think there's a 6 next to you. I missed whatever happened there. I don't know. There's a 6 next to your name. Did you gift? I don't know. I don't know how I didn't set up Tickfinity, even though I teach people how to set up Tickfinity. I didn't set up Tickfinity on this. Thanks for the helpful videos. I'm from the Netherlands. No problem. We are happy to help. There we go. I got the chat set up probably so I can see it now. So OJ, you're 18. Are you in college, OJ? Yeah, I didn't even look at the release date. What time is it releasing, Jared? Is it presumably theoretically for me it's today because it's past midnight? What time do they usually push updates on RuneScape? They usually push them like what, like around midday, like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. your time. 5 a.m. Yeah. So like 10. That's 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. UK time. Yeah, or you said it yourself anyway. You're a webhook fanatic. Oh, that's cool. I think most people don't use the advanced features on Tickfinity. I don't blame them, right? Because the standard Tickfinities are good enough. What do you use in terms of webhooks on Tickfinity? Like, what do you use it for? Back in the day, like, there is a webhook guide on my channel. But like generally I like to target my stuff for like the masses, right? And that's pragmatic because it gets me more views, it makes me more money, but also it helps more people. And so there's multiple reasons to do it. So there is an old webhook guide on my channel where I showed like what IFTTT, there's 3 T's. Like you can do all sorts of cool stuff with webhooks, as you know, but other people might not know. Like you can send Discord messages based on events that have happened in your live stream. Again, if you combine StreamerBot and webhooks with Tickfinity, there's basically, you do anything basically. Right, I'm just gonna add. See, I've got on my list of like, I've got a massive list of to-do videos. I'm not leaking it. It's on the side screen here. And you guys can't see the screen anyway. Indofinity. I think there's an Indonesian version of Tikfinity. I've got a massive like to-do list of videos. I will add Social Stream Ninja to the Tikfinity alternatives for the Tikfinity alternatives video. What's the best music to add on Live Studio? Well, I'll show you what I do, and like even this isn't foolproof. So give me a second, I'll screen share. So I just play copyright-free music, but like we'll show you, right? So first, I'll share the screen now. So firstly, this. Hold on, that's just my Spotify homepage. Where is it? We're playing this, right? Oh, I think did it break, dude? I might not even be playing copyright free. That might be why that happened. Then I thought I was scrolling through this. I think I might have messed up, and we're just playing random music. So this is Stream Beats by Harris Heller, right? This is copyright free. What I was going to show you, and I think I've worked out maybe why now. I was going to show you this, right? So somebody copyright. It doesn't matter, right? It's not a strike, but somebody copyright claimed the last video, right? Because I was playing this music. And I thought it was just playing through Stream Beats. For some reason, it wasn't. Is it? Well, why was that? I don't know. Is this like the Smart Shuffle where it plays other stuff? I don't know. It's supposed to just be shuffling through Stream Beats. I think I know why now. We're on the wrong playlist. That's just 10 tracks. There's a proper playlist somewhere. Is it this one? It's this one. Yeah, this is what you need to shuffle. There's 580 songs on this one. Shows shuffle. Yeah, I was playing the wrong playlist. This is what I play to like avoid copyright. So Stream Beats from Harris Heller, but you have to play the right thing. And I think I was playing the wrong thing. So again, most issues are like user error, and I think I've just proved it there. Yeah, I was playing the wrong thing. Okay, this is 500 copyright-free lo-fi tracks, 600 nearly. Okay, so that's what you really need to be playing. And you can see they go up to the most recent release was 2024, so they are fairly consistently updating them. I think they did release some other stuff as well. I was literally playing the wrong playlist. Mystery solved, I think, as to why I got the copyright strike on the stream yesterday. But again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make much money anyway. Mystery solved. You looking for your next venture? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Hello, Levi with the I symbols. How's it going? How you doing? Yeah, again, guys. So what I usually do is I just do these streams a few times a month. I've done them back to back just for fun. I did one yesterday as well. You guys can ask any questions, whatever you want, anything related to content creation, live streaming, and we'll be here to kind of answer any questions that you guys might have. But yeah, when it comes to music, again, what I try and do is keep it simple, just play copyright-free music, even though we just found out I wasn't. I watched one of your videos yesterday to set up the stream. Cool, that is what the devil. Oh, two of them. I thought you typoed one. Cool. What did you set up, Britta, out of interest? I mean, there's so many different things. I have so many different setup videos now, like it might even be overwhelming, right? Because like there's like so many different ways to stream on TikTok now. You do gaming on TikTok? Cool. I hope your streams are going well. Yeah, I've got so many guides, like TikTok Live Studio, OBS, Meld, Streamlabs, and then specific stuff for all of those platforms, like Tikfinity, StreamKeys, sound alerts and actions events. Yeah, you don't really need both of them, Britta. I show everything, right? But like sound alerts is simple. It plays they send a gift or a follow or a super fan, it plays a sound. But like it's not as advanced, but like for example, you can't put the name on the screen when that happens. So you either combine it with an action and event, but really if you're going to do that, just ignore the sound alerts and just do the actions and events. So as you probably saw, when you make a new action, you can assign a sound and you can assign putting like text on the screen or text to speech. On, you know, I'm sure you saw the list of things you can do with an action. And again, it's just a bit confusing with the terminology. And then the event is like someone sending a gift or a follow, and you just assign it to the correct thing. You might get rid of sound. Yeah, I mean, it depends how you set it up, right? If you didn't set up any sounds on your actions and events page, then you're fine. You're chilling. Just keep in mind if you've set up a sound on both actions and events page and sound alerts, they're going to clash. Unless TICFinity's has been recently updated to stop that. It is always being updated. The last time I checked, it didn't stop them clashing. What I used to do with the sound alerts page sometimes just for fun, I didn't do it all the time because it would drive me crazy, is I would just set like the rows or some low value gift to like a funny sound, like a fart sound or something, but don't do that all the time because that's literally you're getting like half of a cent or less for every time that happens. But I used to do that sometimes just for fun. But yes, as you're saying there, like TICFinity, again, I think people were agreeing earlier on in chat. I think TICFinity is a great alerts platform for TikTok Live. If you're streaming on TikTok, especially gaming, then set up TICFinity. Basically, anyone streaming from a computer, you should set up TICFinity when you're live on TikTok. I'm kind of being a hypocrite right now because it's not set up. Partly because I just set up Meld recently, so we kind of switched. I was previously using Atom Vertical on OBS, so I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite. I think I can set it up easily. I've got so many profiles on TICFinity. Does this profile work? Yeah, I'll just try it. What's it set on? Yeah. I'm not going to show you guys. I'm not going to show you guys what I'm setting up, but yeah. So glad you're on live today. Yeah. Again, as I always tell people, if you guys ever want to ask me a question when I'm not live, my Discord should be in my bio, and you guys are welcome to ask whatever you want in there. So let's see. Obviously, we're live setting this up. So obviously, you saw that little flash on the screen. Oops, let me let's see. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but let's see. Let's test it. Let's test the TICFinity. Okay, let's copy it here first. Put it there. Do a little follow test. That's not terrible, is it? Like, that'll do for now. At least it's actually set up now. What's the gift test? Let's simulate a gift. I'm just live testing. Okay, that's not readable. It needs to be bigger. There you go. Should be bigger here as well. Simulate gift. Yeah, that's better. That'll do for now. And Rochi with the gift. Did it show? I don't know. I might have messed it up by testing it. But yeah, at least it works and shows on screen now. It also kind of maybe covered by the chat. The people watching in the vertical mode are literally. I think that's just on. I've actually got TikTok on landscape anyway. But the people watching in the vertical mode, they're literally just seeing basically just the chat. What are we on? Yeah. I'm going to reset the stream after 25 minutes because then I should be able to use the Meld virtual camera. I just didn't have the... You got to do 3 streams on Live Studio. So I'm using Live Studio for the Live Tutorials account to unlock the virtual camera. It's like one of my TikTok pages has the stream key, the other one doesn't. I've just not... Again, sometimes I just don't practice what I preach. Partly just because I don't want to be kind of biased, but I didn't join an agency on the other account, which would get me the stream key. So yeah, we'll restart the stream in a few minutes. Oh, yeah, Josh, I missed one of your computer. I don't know if you're still there, Josh. He said, I remember your old PC which could barely run Fortnite. Yeah. Like, it wasn't that it could barely run Fortnite. I think it was fine running Fortnite. It was the fact that I was running a live stream and Fortnite at the same time. In which case the stream was struggling. And I remember it being so bad at one point that I was literally hacking Fortnite. And I remember like was it the Marvel season? Whatever that was. So chapter 2, season 2 or 4, one of those two. I remember I could literally glitch into the vault because of how bad my PC was at one point. I could literally walk through a wall into the vault and sit in the vault while it was closed, which was funny. I'm literally hacking Fortnite. Dude, I had that problem with my 5070 graphics card in Valorant the other day on one of the new maps. I could walk inside one of the boxes. That was crazy. Yeah, what are we on? Yeah, we got 2 minutes. Well, I'm gonna restart the stream, not everywhere, but just on one of the YouTube channels. In about 2 minutes time. Again, as I said, guys, feel free to shoot any questions in the chat about anything related to live streaming or content creation, and I'll be happy to help. I think one of the things, I'll just highlight it just because why not? One of the things that happened recently was the Streamer Awards voting is open. I'll put it on screen. And of course, it's mainly like Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers, but like, you guys want to vote? Maybe I'm not gonna do it now, but maybe I'll vote on stream. I think I did it on stream last year. So just go to thestreamerawards.com and you can log in. I think we have to go to the vote page. And you can log in and vote. Of course, I'm not logged in, but you can see all the different 35 different categories. So it'll take a while. Maybe I'll do it next stream. I'll just go through and vote on everything. But yeah, thestreamerawards.com if you guys want to go vote and support that. I think Cutie Cinderella on X was saying she's had more votes in the first 24 hours than she's ever had. I believe this is the 4th year that's being run, so that's cool. All right. Well, we have time. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna restart it yet. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them into the chat. If not, we'll just yap about other stuff that's really been happening in the world of live streaming and content creation. Who's multi-streaming and what are you guys using to multi-stream right now? Again, I've been pretty happy with how Meld has been working, so I'm still just using Meld because it's a lot of it's kind of built in. You still have to, right now, I still have to kind of add to the TikTok stuff on top. So I kind of add in Casa Labs and I add in Tikfinity. But apart from that, Meld has kind of been great as kind of the all-in-one solution for multi-streaming. You know, like you don't need to download plugins and stuff like that. Right, I'm gonna restart the stream. If you're watching on the Live Tutorials TikTok page, I'm gonna restart the stream. So thank you, and I will see you guys in like a minute or so. See you soon. However, we are still live on most platforms, so feel free to shoot questions in the chat if you have any. And let's see. We probably won't have it, but let's see if we have the virtual cam unlocked. And I'll just show you guys live. There's nothing to hide here. And so we've entered the matrix here, of course. So let's hide that for now. So it forced me to put a camera, so I added the webcam again. But firstly, I'll enable the Meld virtual camera. So that's now turned on and active. It did say it might take up to 48 hours to verify. So we go camera, add. It still says stream one more time. So maybe we got to, let's restart Live Studio. So let's restart Live Studio. That digging noise is me. and we'll see if we can use the virtual camera. And I wonder, maybe we'll switch to if we can, maybe we'll switch it to vertical as well. I just had it on landscape because it was easier. Right, go live. I'll show you guys again. Is it gonna work or not? See, add. No, it still thinks I need to stream one more time. In which case, we shall just go back live. We're literally just kind of capturing the preview on Meld, which works to some degree, but it's just a little bit low quality. But it is what it is. So we should be back live on the live tutorials account now. And I'll just kind of pop out the chat again, just so I can read everything in one place. Again, if you're just joining the stream, we're just here to do an AMA. If you guys want to ask me any questions about live streaming or content creation, feel free to shoot your questions into the chat and I'll be happy to answer them. We are usually streaming for about 1 hour. So we'll be here for another 30 minutes or so just to answer anyone's specific questions about anything related to live streaming or content creation. You guys can ask us, you know, if you guys want to ask me something else that's not related to those two topics, you guys can if you want. Hello, Logan. How's it going? And are you a streamer, Logan? How many videos do I have on my channel? I mean, you can look through, right? It actually tells you if you just go on the page. So let's just pull up the page. How many videos have you got, Logan? Let's see. Yeah, it does tell you. So I'll just share it. So at least on this channel, right? I've got quite a few channels. We have 268 videos, 28,000 subscribers, and 7.4 million views. And that's just from the extremely niche of teaching people about TikTok computer streaming. I'm not a streamer much, but I do a little bit of content, not much. Yeah. Again, like previously, we built TikTok doesn't show the data. They show the likes. So previously, we built 2.2 million likes, 240,000 followers on the gaming channel on TikTok, and various other things as well. We built the Rich YouTubers page for 230k subs. I don't post on those anymore. My main focus now is teaching people on the TikTok Live with Harry YouTube and TikTok page about how to set up your live stream. But yeah, so far we have 268 videos. And like roughly half of those are shorts, maybe 35%-ish. I'm sure if you look somewhere, there's a count of them. I'm not a streamer, but I do a little bit of content, not much. Fair enough. What type of content do you like to make? Before I did tutorial content, I was mainly, and we had some of the old viewers, in fact, in the chat, I was mainly doing Fortnite, a little bit of Valorant, so like gaming content. But yeah, these days, basically just teaching people about setting up their live streams. And that is, you know, mainly focused on TikTok, but I also do a lot of multi-streaming. Like, again, I'm literally multi-streaming to all the platforms, all the four, let's say the four major streaming platforms right now. Yeah, this is one thing I often like to show people. Let's look through some of Stream's charts' latest data, because I kind of like to show people this. Just I think it surprises people. Maybe some of you guys know this. If anyone wants to guess before I show you guys the data, what do you guys think the #1 live streaming platform is? Or feel free to rank all four of them between TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. What do you guys think the #1 live streaming platform is? Between YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. I'll be curious if anyone has any thoughts before we find the data and show the data. It's often not what people think. Been trying to stream to multiple platforms. How do you get the TikTok stream key? You've seen a lot of videos, but none of them are accurate. I would say nearly all of my videos are accurate. And the way to get a stream key, you see this link, it's in my bio. Just click the link in my bio. The way to get a stream key is via a free-to-join TikTok Live agency. And there is a full explainer video on my website that walks you through the process. It generally is free to join the TikTok Live agency. Like genuinely free to join. Right, let's see what is Streams Charts published recently in terms of data. Sometimes you gotta scroll quite far back to find it. It's fine. We shall scroll. You guys can't see, but I'm just scrolling through the Streams Charts page right now. The gender breakdown of VTubers. Nope, that's not what I want. They've got all sorts of stuff. That's funny. VTuber agency. Again, I'll show you guys this page in a second. I'm just looking for the correct data. They've got so much data. What do you guys think is what do you guys think is the most popular platform for live streaming? But yeah, again, if you want a stream key, just go to my bio and click the stream key link. That's the basic, simple answer. Again, it's in the top right corner as well. I'm roughly pointing at it. It's in a slightly different place on vertical versus landscape. Streams Charts has a lot of data. There you have so much data. Maybe I need to just go on their website. No, this is good. Let's see. If we look at this, the chat's kind of hiding it partly. Maybe we'll open it in a new tab. No, it's still hidden. Whatever. It's only partly hidden. So most watched streaming platforms Q3 2025. YouTube just dominates basically, but people might be surprised. Like Twitch is in third place. Kick is supposedly, again, you got to take Kick's numbers with a pinch of salt. Kick is supposedly over a quarter of the viewership that Twitch has now, which is cool. And TikTok is in second place. However, that all changes, of course, when you sort it by gaming. So this chart here is all live streams, and YouTube dominates that. But you can see here, this is watch hours, I believe. Yeah, hours watched. Q3 2025. You can see Twitch is still number one for... hold on, let me just get rid of the semi-transparent background. There you go. You can see Twitch is still number one for gaming. So you look at this is the gaming at 3.1 billion gaming hours, followed by YouTube, followed by TikTok, followed by Kick. But if you just sort it overall, then it's YouTube, followed by TikTok. Again, people might be surprised that TikTok's in second place overall, followed by Twitch. Again, Kick's in fourth place. But again, 1.7 billion watch hours is still impressive. Again, take it with a pinch of salt, because that is Kick, which is often accused of being heavily botted. I mean, of course, Twitch is to an extent. No platform is perfect in terms of that. What would you say to a person just starting out on content? That's a good question. The first thing I would say, I always tell people, there's like no magic fix or no magic button you can press to like explode and go viral, right? So with that in mind, have fun. That's your number one goal when you're starting out, and really always as a content creator, you have to enjoy it. Now, you might not be able to enjoy 100% of that, right? Because like, you know, for a lot of people, including myself, like editing a video is not like the funnest part, right? But you generally have to be enjoying what you're doing. That would be the number one thing I say, right? And then the number two thing I'm going to tell you is that the reason most content creators aren't successful is because they quit too early and they're not thinking on a timeline of literally years, right? Nearly all of the successful content creators out there have taken years to blow up. Again, people have in their minds the odd like viral content creator who will just go boom overnight, you know? It's possible, but it's like less than 1% of all content creators. So the simplest example is Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast was like posting YouTube videos since he was like 12 or something, I don't know. But he just started out like posting boring Call of Duty clips and stuff like that. Go look at Mr. Beast's old videos. Like they all have like 100,000 views now. That's because people are scrolling back looking at the old videos. But I guarantee you, if you go back, if you look at Mr. Beast's channel 10 years ago, those old videos did not have hundreds of thousands of views. It takes time just to blow up as a content creator. And blow up's the wrong word. It's to learn the skills as a content creator. The analogy I often use is you compare it to playing a musical instrument, right? If you pick up a violin, right? Yeah, you can play it, right? That's straight away. That's the same as posting your first video. But are you going to be good at playing the violin if you've just picked one up and never used it before? The answer is no, because you've got to learn the skill over time. And it's the same with content creation. It's exactly the same. It's a skill that you can learn. You learn the skills of video editing, retaining viewers, also, you know, all sorts like YouTube thumbnails, graphics. There's so many different skills involved. So you just give it time, you know. Stay hydrated. This cup is from the Paris Olympics. Clearly Coca-Cola was the sponsor. And you could just take them, right? You would pay like, I think you would pay like €2 or something. And you could get maybe it was just €1. If you returned the cup, you could get the €1 back. But I just decided to keep it. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Uncle Buck. Abdul says, this live is so good. I've been here for 5 minutes. Super chill and good idea. I'm glad you like it, Abdul. Is it Abdul? I think I've said your name wrong, actually. Is it Abdul? Maybe it is Abdul. I don't know. I don't know if I've said your name right already. How to play interactive games with Tickfinity. There is interactive gaming guides on my channel. There's one for Minecraft. There's one for Chaos Mod. I would recommend that one for GTA. And then if you're not doing Minecraft or GTA, watch my keyboard control video, which shows how you can set up Tickfinity, where the viewers can control your keyboard and press anything. I think they added, after I posted that video, I think they added mouse control as well. So that basically makes it compatible with any game. Again, big caveat. Keep in mind, especially on multiplayer games, it might be against the game rules to use such programs, right? Because on multiplayer games, you are one input for one output, right? So if you're running a script that is not one input for one output, that's kind of generally the rules on like what's allowed in multiplayer games. So yeah, just keep in mind the rules of your game if you're using the interactive gaming features. Like it theoretically might not be allowable. So what I used to do with Fortnite is I would manually do stuff. Like occasionally I would do like an interactive gaming Fortnite stream where I would say, you know, send this gift and I'll drop my guns, or, you know, send this gift, you know, we'll drop all heal items, or I'll take fall damage, or, you know, various, you can do various things, right? I used to do that sometimes. Yes, so Abdul, I'm multi-streaming right now using Meld Studio. Yes, we're streaming to YouTube in both landscape and vertical. Interestingly, today, most of you guys are on the vertical stream, which is interesting. Usually in the past, people have been on the landscape stream. So we're streaming on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and TikTok. And we've got 2 YouTube streams and 2 TikTok streams going at the same time as well. If you're on the live tutorials TikTok, your message doesn't show here, but this is all the messages from all the other channels as well. Alag Army, someone redirected me to their agency. I've joined it. Is there any way to directly contact them via the app? What's the name of the agency? So most good TikTok live agencies, they will give you access to their Discord server, where you can talk to them in Discord. If you've joined an agency within less than 15 days, you can leave the agency for no time penalty. And when I say time penalty, you can't, if you leave after 15 days, you can't join another one for like 60 plus days. I think sometimes it's 90. It's a crazy gap. Anyway, If you go, I've never heard of Snapstream. Just look in the go on your phone, go in like settings, and then TikTok Studio, and then live. There should be a creator network section. And again, I've not really seen what that section looks like, but that should explain like how to talk to your agency. But better yet, like hopefully the agency's like collected your email or your phone number, and they should just email you a link to the Discord or text you a link to the Discord. Or some of them might use something else like a WhatsApp group or like, you know, the Facebook group or something. Any decent agency will give you a group chat, right? If they're not giving you a group chat, then leave the agency. Again, if you want to leave the agency, go in your app, find TikTok Studio, find the lives section, find the creator network section, and leave the agency. So, you know, one of those two. Either find the group chat or leave the agency. And don't forget, you can pause and rewind this video because there's a lot of different steps there. That's one of the reasons I like YouTube for streaming, by the way. That YouTube's always had that for as long as I can remember. Like, you can pause and rewind a YouTube stream. You can finally do it on Twitch now. I think if you're subscribed to somebody, like you can't even do it as a regular viewer, I don't think. Anyway, thank you, Uncle Buck, for that kind message. You said, "You're a legend. I've been watching your videos for ages." Cool. Again, as per usual, doing an AMA, so you guys are welcome to ask any questions about live streaming, content creation, or anything along those lines. And I will be happy to answer your questions. So feel free to ask any questions. We'll be live for what? We've been live 46 minutes. So we'll be live for another hour, not an hour, 15 minutes here. We'll be live for a full hour. I'll be live for 15 minutes or so, just to answer any specific questions. Now, we were talking before about Tickfinity alternatives, and I've got that video in my pipeline. Is there any other specific like videos that are maybe not on my channel that people might want to see? I have a little to-do list in Notion where I just kind of add videos that people might want. I don't promise timelines, as you guys see. I don't post that many videos, but thankfully a lot of you guys watch them. So we get like 270,000 views a month from like the back catalog of videos, even though I don't really post many these days. You want to go watch the video mention on how to get stream keys, but I don't want to leave. Well, okay. Well, let me do the video live for you, right? It's pretty simple, right? So I'll screen share. Let me screen share. I'm just going to pull up my website before we screen share. Okay. So effectively, what the stream key video shows you, and we're now sharing the screen, is it shows you this website, and this website is linked here. If you're on the vertical, talktutorials.com. You just click on the stream key link, right? If you're in the US, you might get redirected straight to Atomic. If not, you get this web page, and this web page just talks to you about the benefits of live agencies, aka creator networks. One of the benefits of joining an agency is you get a free stream key. The agency, as it says here, they're looking for serious creators, so they might ask you to do like up to 20 hours of streaming before you unlock the stream key. They might not, right? But some agencies will have a little requirement. If you're a serious streamer, then you're going to be perfectly fine streaming 20 hours within the month, right? And then this table kind of just breaks down how you do not lose money by joining an agency. That's one of the key questions. Actually, TikTok loses money, but they expect the agency to kind of train you and make you a better content creator. So you earn more diamonds and everyone earns more diamonds. TikTok makes more money because you're making more money. And then I just have this verified list of agencies. So effectively, head to my website, pick an agency from your country. And then once you're on the agency's website, this is the example of Atomic. You'll either just have a QR code to scan to join the agency, and there also might be a link to their Discord server, as we mentioned. If there's not a QR code, they'll ask you for a code that's inside your live center on your TikTok app. And then you just join the agency, and again, there might be a process to wait a few days to get a stream key. There's also a video explainer. There's this, look how long the FAQ is, this long FAQ. So basically, if you want to get a stream key, this page will answer literally everything. It's talktutorials.com. That's my website. And just, again, it's in the bio, by the way. It's in the bio. It's in all the descriptions on everywhere, right? So check the bio, talktutorials.com. That page we just scrolled through there is quite literally designed to answer all of your questions about stream keys. I can almost guarantee if you fully read through that page and watch the explainer videos, there's a 12-minute explainer video on that page as well. It will answer all of your questions. Hello, Len YT. Why does Castlabs do this? It says followed. It's up there. It says followed. Subscribe, right? Thank you for subscribing. Maybe I should highlight that with the Castlabs people. I don't know the name. The person who develops Castlabs, I think it's just one person, is very responsive on Twitter/X usually. Maybe we'll just highlight it. Is it best to be on director mode on TikTok Studio when you're live? I'm not on director mode. I'm not even sure I know what director mode is. Where is director mode, mate? Dude, the problem with Live Studio is that they add features to some people and don't give them to other people. I don't see a director mode on my Live Studio. Can you explain what director mode is? And I'm missing something. I'm literally live on Live Studio right now. I'm looking through it. I don't see director mode. Let's see. Gift gallery, game rewards. Well, maybe you've got director mode. I don't have director mode. This is classic TikTok behavior, by the way. They give features to some people, not to other people. I think I understand it now. So director mode, based on your description, it's really for the more advanced streams, right? If you want to look a little bit more professional. By the sounds of it, you can change it and then send it live. Is that what I'm describing? Like, generally you just change it and the viewers see the change instantly. It's like if you want to delay the change, and that's kind of what a professional television broadcast would do, right? But like generally what I'd say is like the viewers watching live streams kind of like the authenticity and the kind of rawness of a live stream. Like if they'll literally watch TV if they want something more professional. So no, don't use the director mode. Honestly, I don't seem to have that option anyway. But from your description, that's what it sounds like. I'm looking through all the settings. I still don't see director mode. That is classic TikTok behavior. They've given some people a feature and not others. And again, to play devil's advocate, I understand why you do that sometimes because you want to test features and not roll it out to everyone. But yeah, they do it so much. What's it called on OBS? I can't remember what it's called on OBS. It's got a different name on OBS, but I've never used it on OBS either. But again, in my opinion, there's not much point using it. Again, unless you're running a super professional live stream. Like if you want to use a gaming example, like an esports broadcast, like Valorant Game Changers is coming up. They'll almost certainly be using that equivalent feature on OBS, right? They will not be using they will not be using TikTok Live Studio. But yeah, like someone professional like the VCT circuit, but Valorant esports will be using it. Yeah, I don't have any Stream Deck videos to put it simply. Is there any specific questions about Stream Decks you have? I genuinely don't own a Stream Deck. That's basically the reason I don't have any Stream Deck videos. I'm sure you can find some on other channels, right? Because they'll definitely be covered. So you're trying to connect the Stream Deck to TikTok. Like specifically, what are you trying to do with the Stream Deck and TikTok? So again, the thing is, like certain platforms, they don't have official integrations with TikTok. It's kind of hard to get in touch with TikTok, to put it simply, right? I'll show you guys the post from Atom on Twitter/X to kind of prove my point. Again, let me just pull it up before I show it to you guys. Dude, what? I love Twitter and it's scrolled all the way at the bottom. That's so this, right? Screen share. So this is a plea for help from Atom. Because they basically can't get in touch with TikTok, right? You see, they like tag them, reply to the post. We want to get in touch with TikTok. We've been in discussions for 2 years, right? So if Elgato and your Stream Deck is missing features, they might be having a similar problem that Atom's having, which is they literally can't get in touch with TikTok to set their stuff up. I don't know if that's a specific problem, but that's just, I'd like to highlight that sometimes. I want to be able to press a button for a video effect, specifically a timer button. So of course, what we do know is that your Stream Deck can trigger keyboard shortcuts. So there's always workarounds for stuff like this. So you need to find something that can be triggered with a keyboard shortcut. Now, here's one thing that does work with TikTok that can be triggered with a keyboard shortcut. And I think there's a lot of pages here. So we're going to open Tickfinity, and the simplest one is a sound alert. So example in Tickfinity, we're doing it live to show you how easy it is. If we attach a rose to a fart sound, I was discussing this earlier on, and then add a keyboard shortcut, right? It looks like you can only pre-select them, but like should be fine, right? Pick one of these. So for example, let's go just because it's fart for F, Control F, right? So just like that, this sound, the fart sound, is now set to Control F, and I'll do it, right? That's me pressing Control F. The fart sound is now set to Control F, and on your Stream Deck, you find in the Stream Deck settings where you attach things to keybinds, you set that to Control F. So you press the Stream Deck button for Control F, and it triggers a fart sound. Like, that's kind of just an example, right? So that might be one workaround. I don't know if that specifically works for what you want. And Actions and Events page on Tickfinity, I think now has keyboard shortcuts. There's so much stuff on here. No, it's not simulate keystrokes. Is it in the events? Maybe it doesn't have it yet. But have a look through Tickfinity. There's various different keyboard shortcut options. They're clearly not on every page yet. But there is different keyboard shortcut options. I don't know if that's what you needed or wanted. But again, just keep in mind that as a workaround to anything on a Stream Deck, you can literally trigger keyboard shortcuts. Like the Stream Deck can trigger keyboard shortcuts. And you can do the same, by the way, with like, I'm pretty sure you can do that in OBS and stuff like that. There'll definitely be a workaround. Again, I don't have any Stream Deck guides, but there'll definitely be people on YouTube and TikTok with Stream Deck guides that will show you something similar. PAHE Official, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. I think I missed a few messages here from Jake. Been streaming, going through a hard time because of drama. You love the videos, they help me a lot. But still missing something, working hard as a streamer. I've done so many hours TikTok. Will be 3 years this year. So you've been streaming for 3 years. Use the same thing. Yeah, I think so. You've been using the keyboard shortcuts. You can use the card. Is that a specific terminology from Stream Deck? Again, I don't own a Stream Deck. I've never felt the need to get one. So it's hard for me to fully understand everything going on with Stream Decks, but again, I obviously understand the basics of Stream Deck and how it works. It's basically a physical button which are shortcuts to basically anything you want. Stream Decks are great. I've just never personally felt the need to get one. Again, guys, we've been live about an hour. If you guys have any final questions about anything related to live streaming or content creation, I will be happy to answer. But we do usually do these streams for only about an hour. Your videos have helped me a lot, especially with Tickfinity and TikTok Studio. Thank you so much. Yeah, happy to help. Yeah, I think Live Studio and Tickfinity are definitely like kind of the top two in terms of my most like popular videos. The other ones, obviously, Stream Keys. We talked about Stream Keys before, and kind of interactive gaming. Again, no, unsurprisingly, we've kind of covered all the top topics in this live stream, just some people typing questions in the chat. Again, not a surprise. Right, guys, let me just kind of screen share just for a second. If you guys want to talk to me when I'm not live, this is my Discord server. You can talk to me in the general channel here. You can talk in the gaming channel. If you need any specific questions, click on streaming help and make a new post, and you can ask any questions about anything related to live streaming or content creation. Thank you, everybody, for joining in with the live stream today. I do not have a stream ending screen set up yet. But until next time, guys, take care. Peace out. I'll see